welcome to another video. Today I'm jumping into the fantasy realm, which feels like giving an old dear friend a nice tight hug. Growing up, I had a huge passion for drawing and painting fantasy critters, and while I've strayed from that a little bit, I like to think that I do infuse a bit of fantasy work into my daily work. I've been wanting to add a few fantasy pieces into my Calm Within Chaos series, so here is the first, a super red hot phoenix. I started by laying down my base of fluid acrylics, trying to capture that wavy sort of pattern that's thrown off by flames. And then I went to work with oils to try and bring some life into this bird, which was initially inspired by a secretary bird. Creating the fluid background was a little bit of a struggle this time. I probably should have put a little more time into actually preparing the paints first. But one of the tones, so the yellow was kind of a bit of an older one, so it thickened up a lot and I probably should have worked harder to thin it out. So it was a little bit difficult to work with, but between my use of a spray bottle filled with water and a straw, I was able to kind of get the effect that I wanted between tilting the painting and kind of blowing on different areas. So with these fluid pieces, it's just really important to experiment, and every piece is like super unpredictable in the way that paint truly has a mind of its own, especially in that form. And what's kind of interesting too is that while you first apply the paint, it may end up looking completely different when it's dry. Different colors or different types of paint may have different densities, which cause it to sink more, or they react sort of in an interesting way. So it's super unpredictable, and often you get some really cool textures created that you couldn't really create on purpose. Much of this piece only really started pulling together though when I jumped in with the glazes. I wanted it to look super red hot, which meant that there was tons of thin layers of color that were needed to get the effect that I was after. Ultimately, I'm super happy with the way that it turned out. It's nice and saturated and it's got that nice heat effect, so it's pretty radiant in person. And we're done! Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this phoenix come to life. I would really like to add a couple more fantasy critters to my arsenal when it comes to this Calm Within Chaos series, which for those who do not know is this collection of work that I'm basing around these sort of fluid backgrounds and then have critters kind of built in on top and become fused with the background. So if you have any suggestions for some fantasy critters that you would like to see me paint, drop a comment down below and we'll see if we can make that happen. Alright, thanks guys!